You're literally everywhere. Hi. And I don't mean it as a bad thing. I hope you don't take it as a bad thing, because it's not. I don't think it's sad at all. I don't. Not at all. Oh yeah, you did say you were graduating soon. Wait, so did you guys already have the ceremony, or? Oh, it's in May. Are you excited? I know I would be. Why are you going to change your name and pick? And May is right around the corner too, so I would be like really, really excited. I mean, I am excited for May, so. Don't mind me, I'm just doing my nails. Well, fixing a couple that I messed up. Being a klutz. A nail tutorial? Ooh. That would take a whole lot of patience. Because it takes me a while to do my nails, it would take me a whole lot to do that. I mean, but I guess. Up your nail game. You know what? It's so crazy because like I'm not professional. I just learned things. Like I don't really watch nail tutorials, but I do pick up little tricks here and there, so. And one of my coworkers, she was just like, how do you, I don't know what happened, but my app, it did that once before it closed on me. I was saying that one of my coworkers was like, how did you get so well at doing your nails? And I was like, practice. Because, girl, when I first started, they were really, 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 really bad. Like, horribly bad. I don't know what that was all about. Is it still frozen now? Okay, dope. I don't know if you heard me, but I'll repeat it for the third time. My coworker asked me, like, how did you get so good at doing nails? And I was like, just practice. Just a lot of practice. But doing my nails is my peace of mind. It's how I stay centered and focused. Yeah, it is for me too. Very, 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 very therapeutic. Girl, you're preaching to the choir. You want to talk about anxiety issues? You can tell when I'm like getting really, really anxious. Like sometimes I have to take a step back from whatever's going on and just be like, I just I need peace of mind just real quick. Just let me refocus my mind. It's really horrible. It's really, really horrible. Some people can deal with it and some people can, and I'm learning to deal with mine. I wish I didn't have anxiety issues. I really do, but your drought is over. Wasn't it like 3 years? Am I pugging? Wasn't it like 3 years or something? It was a really long period of time, right? No, who was like 3 years? 13 months. Wow. Congratulations. So do you feel like refresh? I would have to go see. The thing about it is with that video, I don't think that it actually showed the like the little text popping up. Some of them do and some of them don't. I don't know why, but it says that it will show the conversation later on, but I don't know. I would have to go back and see. Curtsies. So do you like feel like a new woman? Do you feel like, shit is really relieved now, or why were you anxious to begin with? I mean, I don't think that there's anything to be anxious about when it comes to having a new girlfriend at all. I feel like life doesn't slow down for anyone whatsoever. You just gotta grab the bull by the horn and hump it into submission. When it comes to getting over people, like you can't put a time limit on. Yeah, I got that from Dodgeball, the movie Dodgeball. That shit came out like, oh my god, maybe like 14 years ago. It's really old. But yeah, as far as getting over somebody, you can't put a time limit on that. If you wait to try and get over somebody to move on with your life, like it's already been 13 months, like that whole getting over process could be even longer than that. Sometimes you just need companionship to, help you get back into the loop of having somebody by your side or, feeling alive again. Right, and that's the best part about it. Like, just having somebody around sometimes makes the biggest difference in the whole entire world. It really does. Especially, like, if the person is into you and, you guys are feeling each other, but almost all your friends are straight. It's nothing wrong with having straight friends. I have a lot of straight friends. It, doesn't stop me from being myself. One thing I don't do is I don't hook up with friends, so I don't really care what their sexual preferences or, what they have going on or anything else like that. Because I've been down that road before, hooked up with a friend and friendship changes out of nowhere, and you're like, what did I do? And I was much younger then, so I learned my lesson pretty fast. Like, don't do it with no friends. It's not worth it. Yeah, for me, that was a really, really awkward situation. It was really awkward. And yeah, it was also like, don't do it again for me. Yeah, I don't really think that you can mix the two. Once you cross that line, um, it turns into, you know, something a little bit more complicated because, especially with women, we tend not to be able to separate our emotions from sex. I mean, some women can. I can't speak for all women. Some women can, but like a lot of women can't. And you know, you start fucking one of your friends, and somebody's gonna, you know, want something a little extra. Good night. You going to sleep? Right. Oh, you meant to say hello. We were talking about hooking up with friends if you want to chime in. Indestructible. Rainey said that her drought is over, and I told her congratulations. She did a curtsy. So, yeah, I was just basically saying, like, I hooked up with a friend. I actually hooked up with two friends. I hooked up with a friend during high school and then a friend after high school, and I learned my lesson. And I was really, really young, and I was just like, never to fuck again, ever. We were saying it a lot of times, it's hard to differentiate your feelings and your emotions from sex, and to have a sexual relationship is completely different than having just a platonic friendship. You know, like, I don't know, like, I just, once I start having sex with somebody and like it's a, you know, over and over and over and over again thing, I don't know, like I get like a little territorial. So it's just like, you know, like, unless it's discussed in the beginning, like, I don't want you sleeping with nobody else. And that's why it's just not a good idea. Like, if you're gonna date somebody, date somebody. If you want just you know, fuck buddy, have a fuck buddy. But friends with benefits, I don't know if that really, really exists. I don't know. Yeah, there has to be ground rules. There has to be. Yeah, I can get real territorial real quick, and I always tell people like, you see me now, I'm sweet, but let me feel like somebody stepping on my toes. I will turn into a pure baby mama. We don't have no kids, but I will be like just straight out there, like, don't be smiling in that bitch face. And it was just, even like one of my ex-girlfriends, like, we weren't dating, but it was a point in time where we was just sleeping around, and we went to this party, and I'm like, yo, how you going to try and like slide this girl your number and you here with me? And she was just like, but you know that, you know, like, we're just hooking up. And I'm like, yeah, but that's mad disrespectful. Like, I don't care if you know, are trying to talk to somebody else. Like, this shit wasn't meant to last forever anyway. But don't be trying to slide nobody your digits. And I'm, you know, like, you walk through the door with me. Like, was I crazy for feeling that way? I don't know. When the sex is bomb, emotions will run rampant. They will. If you guys hear clicking, that's just my gel machine trying to get my nails back together. Yeah, I didn't think I was crazy, and then like she really tried to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal, and I'm just like, now if that was me, and you know, I walked up in somewhere with you and I tried to talk to somebody, I know for a fact you gonna wall out on me. You can sit up here and say that you not, but you will, because especially like she was a stud, so you know they could be real, real territorial, like super territorial. Um, one of my exes that I was off and on with forever, I just was letting her get away with a lot of murder. And me and my friends went out, and she ended up meeting me at the club with her friends, and everything was cool or whatever. But it was this other girl that, you know, had a thing for me, and like she can like sense it on her. So she was all over me. Baby, you don't want to be with me, but you don't want me with nobody else, right? That is territorial. The girl at Heart High. I messed my nail up, so I'm redoing them, and I took these ones off, and I'm redoing them, so. while we're having girl talk, talking about. Oh no, my birthday already passed. So I went out to dinner with one of my friends. Well, I actually kind of like spent the day out because it was really, really nice weather. My birthday was on Sunday, but I actually went out on Saturday. And it was cool, you know, I got dressed up and everything. And it's so crazy because like people thought that I wore the same dress as my birthday from last year, but it wasn't the same dress. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I had, thank you. I had posted these two side-by-side pictures, and I was like, which jewelry should I wear? Should I wear the chunky one or should I wear the thin gold one? That was the dress that I wore for my birthday. I was saving it for my birthday. And I mean, it was just real casual, laid back, and went out, had some really, really good food, had some great drinks. I was kind of like drinking like off and on all day. But the real celebration is in 2 weeks. That's when I'm actually celebrating. My Instagram is Mixed Butterfly. Just straight Mixed Butterfly, no nothing in between. I wish I was 21. Just add a decade and we're there. Hi, Loretta. You're new. Well, welcome to my YouTube, The Lipstick Lesbian. They were just asking me about my birthday. I knew I wanted to like play it low key and laid back for my actual birthday. So in 2 weeks, I'm actually going to Miami for a week. And I'm really, 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 really excited about that because it's been a while since I've been to Miami. I haven't been to Miami, I want to say, probably like a year, 2 years, a year and a half, maybe like a year and a half. And then, yeah, I go to Miami because it's cheap. It's cheap, so like, I'm gonna say I probably pay like $150 round trip for the flights. The rental car is $25 per day, and then I actually got a private studio on a private section of Miami Beach, and that was, I want to say $35 per night, but you know, they hit you with the fees. But all in all, like, that's really, really cheap. Really, 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 really cheap. And then I'm excited because I'm going on a helicopter ride. This is my first one ever. So I know it is going to be gorgeous, gorgeous. And then I'm also going down to Key West. So I will be spending the day in Key West, and that's my first time going to Key West. So I'm like, I'm going with one friend, just one friend. I am getting older, so I do plan on taking like a couple days out to party, but I won't be partying the whole time. I'm mainly going to relax. So listen, I got questions about Key West. Key West, like, what are the beaches like down there? Because I'm starting to get mixed reviews. Some people say like the beaches are like really, really popping and really, really nice and serene and relaxing, and other people say like the beaches are like just okay, and you know, like what's good spots to eat at, you know, like how's the shopping down there, is it expensive? Because I plan on going down there and living my life. I might actually have to pay more to check my bags coming back. Key West is super gay. Now that I think about it, there used to be a club in Philly called Key West, and it was a gay club. God, I was so young. I was like 15 and 16 then. I wonder what happened to that club. It's expensive. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, I'm really, really excited to go to Key West. I was like looking at pictures and everything, and I need this vacation. I really, really do. She has everybody curious now. Everybody. My Centuraire just came on. Oh. So like is it like gay bars down there? Like, is the difference between gay and lesbian? What is the lesbian scene like down there? That's what I'm interested in. Like, what is that down there like? And everybody's like, oh, why don't you just go to Miami for Sweet Heat? And I'm like, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I really don't want to, because it's like, I just don't want to get into it. I'm not a fan. Never wanted to go. I'm really sitting here doing my nails. A meetup 2019 in Key West. 2019, I have a lot that I plan on accomplishing. It's so crazy because I went to a tarot reader, and she told me that 2018 was my year to travel, and 2019 was my year to like officially establish everything I want to establish. So I'm hoping that that's like really true, and I'm really working hard towards it. I have goals in mind, and you know, who doesn't want to achieve their goals? Thank you. You should see what I look like when I wake up. I don't look like this. This is about half an hour to 45 minutes worth of work. You said that you're new. How did you come across my my YouTube? You're going to Australia next year? Oh man, that sounds so dope. I've actually been looking up international trips because I really want to leave the country and just get out there and see the world. Like, there's so much more beyond the back door. Like, it's insane. I really, 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 really want to go out there and, you know, experience the world, experience different cultures, and try different foods and meet different people. Like, and I'm gonna do it. Little by little, I'm gonna do it. Wow, that's like around the corner. Before you know, it's gonna be July. Shit, before you know, it's gonna be fucking September. Let me see. You're traveling alone? Now, listen, I joined the travel alone group on Facebook, and I'm a little weary about traveling alone. I feel like I have to always have the comfort of at least one person that I know. Yeah, I would love to do a cruise. I was looking into cruises too. I definitely would like to do a cruise, like somewhere nice. And so when you travel alone, like, what do you do when you travel alone? Do you like find activities? Do you just lay around? Or Like, do you converse with strangers? How does that work? See, I think that would be my biggest problem. I think that I would have an issue with, getting out there and talking to strangers. And so, like, what type of outings do you do? So I take it you both travel alone. I really was thinking about traveling alone. I mean, because like a lot of the things that I want to do, like a lot of people I know, they can't afford it. And so I don't see what's the point of me sitting back and waiting for somebody else to be able to afford the things that I want to do. Is the right one? Yeah. Now we go from shiny to matte. See, and that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to be stuck not living my life because the people that I surround myself with can't live theirs. I mean, we all have responsibilities and stuff like that, and that's completely understandable, but this is why I always tuck money away. So when I want to be able to do something, I'm still stable enough to go do it, live my best life, and then come back to my environment and just continue like I never left. And then I heard, like, if you travel, like a lot of people say, well, not a lot of people, but I have heard it before. Like when you want to travel abroad and stuff like that, like don't go for like more than 4 days. Because once you hit like that long-term period, that's when things start to become really, really expensive. So if you want to travel, keep your travel time short, and then you can hit more destinations over a longer period of time, which I think is smart as fuck. I really do. When I heard that, I was like, I never thought about it like that. Well, yeah, you should always pre-plan. No matter what, you should always pre-plan. I can't imagine going to another country on a whim. Yeah, not another country. Maybe another state. Maybe, hop a plane and fly somewhere else on a whim. Oh, you've never been on my live before. Yeah, I don't really get on live that often, but I think I'm going to start getting on live more often because it's easier for me to interact. I know last time I was on live, was it last time? No, when I recorded the video with my sister. When I recorded the video with my sister, then yeah, I hopped on live on Instagram. So I'll probably do that next. When I wrap this up, going over there and, just keep the flow going. Because it's been a while since I've been on live. And with everything that I have going on in the background, like the new stuff that I'm trying to conquer with my sister, yeah. I don't want to push the YouTube to the back burner. So I want to stay connected. And I mean, one thing that we will be doing is once we start the podcast, we're actually going to be doing like doing segments of the podcast, like as videos. So before we release the podcast, we'll release the video of like a prequel of what we talked about and stuff like that. It's going to be really, really dope. Going to be really dope. My baby sister is good. She's really, really good. Hi. She was actually here with me today, driving me crazy. I did glitter lips for her because she had never done it before. She's seen videos and stuff like that. And I went to a ball. My cousin had a ball, I want to say, I think it was March 24th. My cousin had a ball and I went and I wore this gorgeous red gown. As a matter of fact, the gown is actually right here, like literally right here. I wore this gorgeous red gown and I did glitter lips and they were like, wow. And I was like, what? It's just glitter. What were we talking about before this? I just went on like this long tangent and just jumped from subjects to subjects. Oh, your birthday was March 21st. Wow. That's the same birthday as one of my exes. One of my ex's birthday is March 21st. Oh yeah, traveling. I definitely want to go to Puerto Rico, but I explained why in my afro-latina video. Yeah, the ball was so much fun. It was so much fun. Oh, so you've been to Puerto Rico? I mean, not if, when I go to Puerto Rico, is a specific reason, is something specific that I'm looking for. Japan, definitely. Ireland, I definitely want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Sweden so bad. But you know what I heard about the people in Sweden? Like, they're not really friendly, but that's a part of the culture. It's not like they're rude or anything else like that. Like, here, like, you can walk past somebody and say hello. But New Zealand, I don't know. I never, like, pegged New Zealand as a place that I would like to go. I would definitely like to go to London as well, and Paris. I think Paris more so for the Eiffel Tower. Was my dream vacation? Oh, you know what? I'm not sure where these places are. I think they have one in Bora Bora. But I want to go to one of those places that have like the resorts floating on water. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they have them like the little tiki hut things that you like, they're like your little hotel rooms, and they're like in circles on water, and then you could like walk down like the little ladder into the water. It looks so pretty. I would imagine that the water is probably not too deep, but Atlantis, they have that there. But I thought Atlantis was like, it was the resort, but like it was like the towers that was built up. I think there is one in Bora Bora. Now, is Atlantis expensive? I would imagine that it is. Looks pretty pricey if you ask me. You're not actually walking on water. It's just, you know what? I'm gonna post a picture of exactly what I'm talking about on my Instagram. Because it's so pretty. Yes. Yes, girl. Yes. The wetter, the better. Oh, absolutely. And I'm speaking in like all senses. All ways that could possibly be meant. Ooh. How is that drawing like that? It's so weird. Sorry, I'm still doing my nails. I don't know how my matte coat looks like it's dried a little weird. And I just want to find somebody that like has the leisure to like just travel, like just run the world. Oh, and Greece. Greece looks amazing. Greece has those like ivory white buildings on the coastlines, and the water is so blue. It's so blue. Oh my God. I know I'm not the only one that wants to go to Greece. I can't be. One of my coworkers is actually from Greece, and I told him, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday that I wanted to go to Mykonos. That leads from London to Greece. Now listen, I can't do it. Like, that's not a 2-for-1 vacation, is it? Because if I got to pay for 2 vacations, I don't know. I'm a, one-trick pony here. Mm-mm. I'm not really sure what is going on with the YouTube today. I was like, wait, am I freezing? What the fuck? I'm ready to sue YouTube. Because mine just says LTA. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy, right? Like, I had to close everything out and then start all over. I mean, I didn't start over. It gave me the option to resume, but like, that shouldn't happen. I shouldn't have to, ask to resume. That's so upset. Where is my... There you are. Did I cook today? No, I didn't cook today. I actually had to take my car to the shop because there was something wrong with it. And I was getting very, very worried. So I took my car first thing this morning. Didn't get it back till late this afternoon, almost towards the evening time. So that was a little upsetting. No. Sorry, I'm trying to put the rhinestones on my nails. But I have like this special glue that really holds them on there. Rhinestones. And then a lot of people don't think that like I do this. I don't really know why. Well, my nails were already done, but I messed this nail up, so I actually just decided to, take it off and redo it. But is that going to clear up? No, it's not. It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. See, if you had an Instagram, you would be able to see it. There we go. That's the big one. Now I got a couple of more to go. And sometimes some people ask me if I take clients, and I'd be like, no. And then it's just like, oh, why not? And I'm so quick to tell people, like, I'm not giving nobody an infection, for one, because I'm not a professional. I mean, and I'm self-taught, so it's not like my nails are perfect. I just try to do the best I can. Plus, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than going to a salon. And I think that's what a lot of people want to come to me for, the cheap factor. But I'm just like, if you don't want to pay a salon $50 to do what I'm going to do, what makes you think that, I'm just going to be like, oh, come on, I'll do your nails. Just give me $10. No, not going to happen. Rainy said that I should do a nail tutorial. I think the only problem I would see with that is because I'm not a professional. I feel like a lot of people critique me like really, really badly. and forget that I'm not a professional, and I would be like, okay. It's a hobby for me. It's for sport. It was something that I wanted to pursue, but what ended up happening was listening to the guide of others. I ended up going to cosmetology school for everything but nails, and I never wanted to do it. But now I like the fact that it is my hobby and it keeps me very sane and very grounded, and I can shut the world out and just come to my station and put my designs together for what I want, or look up designs, and then it takes me a couple hours to do it, and I really enjoy that. That's my time to be at peace with myself. So I don't think that I would ever pursue it professionally. At one point in time I did consider it, but now I don't. Definitely not. Oh, absolutely. And I had to explain to my sister that once we start the podcast, that's one thing that she's going to have to be able to handle is what people say about you, how they critique you, What do you mean, like, what am I passionate about? Like, as far as what, like, hobby wise? I'm passionate about artsy stuff, like anything that I can, like, make with my hands, or, my hands are my greatest tools. Like, I love anything that you have to sit down and concentrate and make. But I cannot draw or paint. Well, painting is, what is the word I'm looking for? Subjective. So if you love your paint, nobody else has to. So that's very subjective. And I guess drawing is too, but for me, I never had any skills in those areas. I'm a very technical person. Like, I can build stuff up and break stuff down and things like that. But as far as like sketching and stuff, I'm not that type of person. So I'm happy wise, like art. Um, Career wise, I want to I want to take what voice I have and project it to the world. Like, it's kind of hard to explain because it's not like a news anchor or, doing Access Hollywood or anything else like that. It's like being my genuine self and be able to use that to relate to others and help others and just make a career out of it. Like, that's what I want. I was actually looking to go to school for telecommunications. Not telecommunications, just communications. I was looking to go to school for communications and, see where that takes me. But nowadays, like, you don't have to invest thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to do what you want. So, do I sculpt? I've never actually sculpted, but I've done pottery work before. And as far as like an advice piece online, when I went to the tarot reader, that's what she told me. She was just like, you run away from yourself. And I was like, what? Because I couldn't figure out like what my niche was. And she was like, your problem is that you run away from yourself. You don't realize that, you help others without actually like having to physically like put your hands there. Like, people, like, they listen to you, and like, because there's so many things that you experience at such a young age, like, you can help so many people with that. Like, you're a helper. That's what you do. That's why you get the jobs that you have. That's why you excelled in a health career, because naturally you were good at helping people. So I don't know. Yeah, impacting a lot of people. What do I like to cook? I like to bake, honestly. I'm really good at like cakes and pies and cupcakes and stuff like that. As far as regular meals, I love to make pasta. I love pasta. I did cook my very first rack of lamb, and that was really, really good. So, yeah, the support in the LGBTQ community like would be amazing. And I started writing a book, and the book was put on hold. And the reason why I stopped writing a book was because in order to actually effectively communicate everything through words, I had to mentally relive those situations. And some of my relationships were really, really dark. I wanted to use the book to show the younger generation of gays and lesbians, especially lesbians, because we're a community that is often overlooked. You hear, about gays, you see gay clubs, and, the lesbians, like, a lot of times, unless it's a dyke march or something like that, you never really, see them out on the front line like you do, but you kind of don't. So I wanted to take the book and, help others. Am I in a relationship now? No. What's my favorite pasta dish? I do make a pretty dope chicken Alfredo with mushrooms and broccoli, and I overload it with the broccoli. But it's not like a dry chicken Alfredo. Like, it's really, really good and really moist and really creamy. I just with the right seasonings. And that's another thing, like my herbs that I use are all fresh. They're all fresh herbs, so packed with flavor. Use pink Himalayan salt. It's a little bit more healthier for you. Try not to overdo it with the salt. I mean, it's not a healthy dish to begin with, but yeah, it does take time. It does take time. What is my favorite lip gloss and oil? I don't have it here with me. Do I have one here? I thought I had one here. The lip gloss I wear is actually a lip pumper. I forgot the company. Damn it. It's just like a regular brand. Like, I don't go out my way to like, oh, I'm gonna get this lip gloss from MAC and stuff like that. As far as body oil, I do have this what is it? I think it's called like rose oil body oil. It's really, really good. The company is called Beauty something. I know that they sell it at, I'm gonna say, is it Hollister? They might sell it at Hollister for like $27. I didn't buy it for $27 now. A baking video monthly. That is a lot to commit to, and the reason why it's a lot to commit to is because not only am I single, but I live by myself. So I don't bake anymore because I don't have anybody to bake for. When I was with my ex, I used to bake for her a lot, especially in the beginning. And then every year for her birthday, I would bake, but I'm by myself now. I am a Bath and Body Works fan. If you actually go and look at the facial cleansing routine that I did, the oil in there that I use for my face, it's a body and facial oil. It's really, really good, but that's the one that I use. I love that oil. Yeah, it's like $27, but you can actually get it from Burlington Coat Factory, and I think Marshall's has it too. Burlington Coat Factory is like $6-7, and the same thing with Marshalls. My favorite fragrance actually is kind of like two of them. So one is not from Bath and Body Works. It's actually from Victoria's Secret, but they're like the same company. They have the same parent company, Dolphin something, and Bombshell. When I get dressed up, like for my birthday, just know that when you look at those pictures, you should be smelling Bombshell. When I post pictures of me in Miami, you should be smelling Bombshell. Because I love that stuff so much. And Crystalline. Crystalline is by Givenchy. I think it's Givenchy. Yeah, I think it is Givenchy. Crystalline is really, 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 really good. Really, really good. Yeah, Bombshell is a Victoria's Secret fragrance. Oh, remember Supermodel? I don't even know if they make Supermodel anymore. Supermodel was the shit. That was my shit back in the day. Way back in the day. I'm trying to think. As far as Bath and Body Works fragrances, they have a lot of good ones. I actually like a whole bunch of theirs. I think like Bath and Body Works, like warm vanilla sugar, especially for the wintertime. That's really good. What if someone is trying to date you? What do they have to do to get in my heart on a first date with me? All right, so I'm just going to be like frank. You will not get in my heart on a first date. Not at all. There is nothing that you can possibly do to get in my heart. Now, what can you do to win a second date? I feel like chemistry has to be there, of course. Not a fan of Moonlight Path, but I do love Japanese Cherry Blossom. Oh, remember when they used to have, I think it was like white Japanese Cherry Blossom? They don't make it no more. That shit was amazing. I wish they would come back out with it. But like I was saying, you won't be able to get into my heart. That's not going to happen. But to win a second date, I feel like chemistry has to be there automatically. Also, the conversation has to be there. And then like sometimes people do certain things and it like really, 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 really rubs me the wrong way. I went on a date with this girl one time and we ended up going out dancing, and for some odd reason she thought it was okay to put her hands on my ass. I don't know why. I get that we're dancing, but I don't know you. So she was a dub at that moment of time. I'm trying to think. I did go on a date. This was years ago. This was before I even met April. I went on a date with this other girl and we actually ended up going out to get something to eat, and then we went to the movies. And she ran into her ex's cousin and then like kind of like walked off and had like this super long drawn out conversation about her ex. Rude as fuck. She was a dub. Yeah. Dub. You gotta go. And it was so crazy because like, I want to say probably like 3 or 4 months later, she hit me up like, you know, I really dropped the ball on that one. And I was like, yeah, you did. Pet peeves. That was definitely a pet peeve. I feel like if we're out on a first date, that whole talking about your ex thing, I don't think it should be done at all. If somebody asks me questions, then yeah, that's fine. I feel like certain topics are off limits, completely off limits. I don't even know what keeps happening, but like this is like bullshit. I was telling one of my friends recently that it was this girl, well, woman should I say, and she brought up sex. She was just like, oh, you know, you and your ex been separated for some time, like, have you been dating? And I was like, mm-mm. And she was like, damn, when was the last time you had sex? And I was like, excuse me? Excuse the fuck out of me. First of all, That is off limits. That whole subject. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a general question." And I was like, "Girl, that is not a general question." She was like, "But if you would have asked me, I would have answered it. But I wouldn't ask you because I don't care." I feel like when you're dating somebody, especially if this is like the first time that you're getting to know them, like definitely certain things are off limits. If I'm trying to see the type of person you are, I'm not going to give a fuck about, the last time you had sex and this, that, and the third. No, not at all. So, and I don't know if I'm old school or I don't know like what that's about, but I just feel like I think my biggest problem is that I get turned off very easily. Like everything can be cool and then you do something and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, this is not gonna work. I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is not gonna work at all. So it happens. It happens. I had one girl that I hit it off with pretty well, and well, we were supposed to go on our second date, I want to say. Um, her roommate texted my phone, and I was like, why is the roommate texting my phone? Well, the roommate just so happened to be the ex-girlfriend. So I was just like, oh, hell no. As far as kissing on a first date, that's not, no. I'm not kissing nobody on a first date, and I'm not holding hands either. The first date is preliminary. That's what the first date is for me, because like I want to feel you out. I want to see if we can have conversation. I'm not worried about putting my tongue in your mouth if I'm trying to see if we vibe on a, one-on-one level. I tend to do online dating. So, conversation could be really good over the phone or in text messages, and then in person, the shit just falls flat. So no, I'm not worried about making out with somebody. Not on the first date. Hell no. And it's something I've never done either. And as far as your statement about me, liking to be courted, yeah. I will say that statement is probably true. It is true. It's not even probably true. Hi, Pink Dolphins. How are you? Do I consider myself to be romantic? Yes, I do. Um, I don't know, like I'm the person that likes the walks on the beach, and like I like the candlelight dinners, and I like the rose petals sprinkled. I've done these things before for other women, and I think that it's like something extremely sexy about walking into a room and it's lit up with candles and there's roses everywhere and there's, just romantic music playing, and I really like those things. I like those things a lot. I've been the one to buy the flowers and stuff like that. Have I dated outside of my race? Absolutely, I have. Yeah, I have. I didn't know this was going to be like turn into like we went from talking about traveling to the podcast a little bit and what I'm working on, and then love connection. Although I did have somebody slide into my DM earlier, which was very, very interesting. Um, I just got this request for a DM, and I was just like, okay. When I went to go read it, she was just like, oh, you're into girls? And I was just like, that's a little weird. Not weird, but like it kind of caught me off guard. So then she was just like, I love that you're proud of your heritage and your culture. And I'm like, okay, I'll see what she has to say. So we're talking about this whole subject about culture and how a lot of Latinas and Latinos don't consider themselves to be black, although, ancestral wise, it's there. And then out of nowhere, she was just like, I'm trying to figure out a way to keep the conversation going because I just want to shoot my shot. And I was all like, oh, wow. I didn't expect that. I didn't know what to say back. I don't know if that's like the goofiness of me. I've never had somebody slide in my DM and shoot their shot. No, I have before. I have one time. And she really didn't even like slide in. This one girl asked me, she was like, do you have any friends and, single friends? And I was like, no, I don't, And then months later, she came back and she was just like, oh, I was trying to talk to you, but, you had your little situation going on. And I was like, girl, you asked me if I had any friends. That's not trying to talk to me. Well, your profile on Instagram says if you're cute, I might slide in your DM. So how come you never slid in my DM? And I was like, oh my God. That was the funniest thing ever. That was pretty hilarious. But yeah, she never even like really officially, went to go shoot her shot. She just said that she was interested. So that was pretty funny. But other than that, my shit be quiet. Like people think I got like a lineup or, girls breaking the door down or something like that. And I definitely don't. That's not what it is at all. Like sometimes I be like, my phone is so dry. Maybe who got scared? Sorry, I'm like pulling my eyelid down and shit. The girl that, didn't like directly shoot her shot, maybe she got scared. She was a little bit younger than me too, I think. She looks like she was younger. And that's not my forte at all. Yeah, that was really interesting. First of all, I see there being a level of disrespect there because the only reason why she asked if I had friends was just to have her foot in the door just a tiny bit. It was almost as if she just wanted to be noticed at first. And that was the only reason why she was asking. She doubled back then, basically said that later on down the road. So, I don't think that she's the type of person she's very attractive. She is. She's a very cute woman, but I just based off of that alone, like that says a lot about your character that you're willing to try and get your foot in the door and you see somebody is in a relationship or in my case married at the time. So being direct is good, but I don't react well when I'm caught off guard, especially not in person. My reaction is usually like, oh, wow. And that's not the reaction that people are looking for. They're looking for, okay, spicy. I like that. Let's get into it. That's why I do online dating because it's more of like a comfort zone with me. So I know a lot of people don't really they don't really understand about me because I do shit like this, but it is very interesting. Very. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure my nail is completely dry. These questions are actually pretty good. I actually like answering these questions. You guys are making me happy right now. If they're feeling me and they want to get to know me, I don't know, like just ask me like if I'm open to it. I think that would be the best way, just ask me like, are you open to dating or, what have you. As far as do I believe that monogamy is natural? For me, I feel like monogamy is what's best for me. Only because I had that whole experience with the open marriage and it was just a nightmare. it was fun. I'm not going to say that it wasn't fun, but at the same time, like, it just led to disaster. And for some people at work, but for me, I don't think that I'm going to go back to it. But that is what naturally makes me happy. I like to put my focus on one person and just make them feel like, you know, they're the only person that exists. They're the only person in the universe. I like to reassure people that, you know, like, girl, you got me. You got me. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, and that's the thing about it is that, like, I find a lot of times that, like, a lot of women, like, they don't, I don't know, like, they don't really be certain of what they want. And it's like, because 99.9% of the time, I'm always certain. Like, I know what I can give you, I know what I can offer you. And, you know, like, I never try to overshoot that, like, but I'm going to give you the total package. And it's usually when shit hits the fan and everything is all said and done, they look back remorseful because, you know, they finally realized what they had. Y'all don't know how many exes I've had the conversation with where they talk about, you know, feeling bad later on down the road because they lost me. I don't know what to tell you. Like, when I'm over it, I'm over it. Like, really over it. Do I plan on having kids? Yes, I do. I do plan on having kids. I just turned 31 on Sunday, so I'm actually still very young. I think the worry rate actually kicks in, doubles around the age of 35, so I do have quite some years left in me before I start prepping these ovaries to fertilize something. Do I date bisexual and trans women? I do not date trans women, but I do date bisexuals. But it's very strange how that whole bisexual thing worked for me. I've only dated one bisexual, and so based off of that, I would be open to more. It was pretty dope because she did not talk about being with men or anything else like that, like actually like wanting to be with a man or anything. So that was pretty dope. I was I don't know, that was a good time. Let me see. The things keep disappearing off my screen. Let me see if I can pull them back up. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, until the water runs dry. It is never too late at all. You know what? And this is how I feel about the whole bed hopping shit. It's not my thing at all. But at the same time, like, when it comes to me being with somebody and knowing that, like, I'm committing myself and my loyalty is with them, is because I'm 100% satisfied. 100% satisfied. When I'm loyal to you, you never have to worry about me looking at anybody else at all whatsoever. You know, like, let me rephrase that. You're always going to look, but you never have to worry about me wondering, like, damn, I wonder how she is in bed. Like, damn, like, I want to talk to her. No, when I'm loyal to you, baby, it is all you. No fucking ifs, ands, or buts the fuck about it. I'm 100% here for you, and I will rep you, and, you know, I will let everybody know. So it comes with the territory of, you know, monogamy for me. Poetry, I like poetry. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with commitment. I've dealt with women that had commitment issues, and then it's so crazy the way commitment issues work because, like, they want you for themselves, but they don't want to put like a title on it. And then there's all these excuses as to why in the background. And for me, it's just like, think about it. Do you really want me with somebody else? Do you really want me to walk away from you to go, be with somebody else? Because you know you don't at all. You know you don't want to think about me even so much as dating somebody else or being interested in somebody else. So, like, come on. Cut the bullshit and get your shit together, or else you're going to lose me. And the woman that I was dealing with before I met April, she had to learn it the hard way. And it was so sad because, like, she was crushed. Like, she would call me at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, I'm so heartbroken. No, girl, you're not heartbroken. You're salty. That's what you are. You're salty because I was telling you, like, you don't want to, like, get your shit together. Like, I've been dealing with you for a couple years now, and you act like you can't commit to me. Well, now go find somebody else that's willing to put up with your bullshit. She was just salty as shit all around. She was so upset. Girl, bye. How can I tell if a woman is attracted to me? So, yeah, I can't. For the most part, I think that everybody's friendly. I don't try to play into things because I don't ever want to seem like I'm conceited, like, yeah, she feeling me right there. Some women are just genuinely nice, and, it was this one girl when I was in high school. My friend was all like, yo, you never realize that such and such is always there to hold the door for you, no matter what part of the building you're in. And I was like, no, she's just nice. She was like, bitch, how the fuck? Her class is all the way on the other side of the school, yet she's always there to hold the door for you. And I was just like, never paid attention. The girl had the biggest crush in the world on me, like the biggest crush in the world, and I had no idea. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but I don't be knowing. It's the weirdest shit ever. Where and how do I meet lesbians, other lesbians? Like, as far as about dating, I'm an online dating girl. Like, if you come across my profile, shoot me a message. If you want a dating website and you see me, let me know, because that's where I date. That's my comfort zone. It's easy for me. I've been set up with other women by friends, and it never fucking worked out. And when you meet a girl in a club, you can't really feel her out. You're just going off of, oh, she's cute, but then she's like a really shitty person. So for me, I like to sit down and, they have those questionnaires and stuff like that. I like to read through them and see what people say, and, A stud had a crush on you. Oh, man. Before I even came out the closet, I was still getting to know myself. Like, I always knew who myself was, but I was still learning myself. And there was this girl that had a crush on me, and it's so crazy because I want to say probably within, like, the last 4 months, she, like, reestablished that, and she was just like, like, you're still my crush. You're the first girl I ever had a crush on, and you're still my crush. And this is all the way from 9th grade. This is all the way from, like, what, 16 years ago? No, 17 years ago. 17 years ago. And I was just like, wait, what? And yeah, it like creeped me out because I never had a girl like assert her feelings for me. So it was a horrible situation because I could have handled it a hell of a lot better. And yeah, maybe I'll just apologize to her just to let her know. I mean, we still have communication, so I'm pretty sure she understands that I was young and, like, unsure. And then I also think that it has something to do with, if I let this rock, if I let this slide, how are other people going to view me? So that was very, very interesting. I don't know. This is fun. I like this, y'all. I'm probably going to get, like, mad emails and shit after this. Like, so you say you're single still, huh? Yeah, Rainey, what happened in middle school? I know these questions are so much fun. Guys, I like questions. I really do. Plus, like, um, I'm to the point where I'm putting myself back out there. So, this is good. Somebody will read this. What is my ideal lady? Tall, more dominant than me. I'm going to say that I like versatile women because it's like the best of both worlds. I get myself a little stud and a little femme all together. I do have a thing for hair. I really, really do. And I used to hate when people said it, but I do. I have this thing for hair. So I think that's another reason why. Like, I like versatile women because they have that femme aspect to them and the hair comes along with it. I'm trying to think, like, of course, the regular fairy tale, characteristics. She has to be open, funny, smart, and stuff like that. But I did mention before in my video that I try and take things that I lacked in previous relationships, and I try and look for those things in other women. I've dated women that were extremely jealous. I do not like that whatsoever. Like I said, when I'm loyal, I'm loyal. There's no need for you to be jealous because, baby, ain't nobody crossing paths with me that's going to take me away. No fucking body. I don't care who it is at all. Fucking Michelle Rodriguez could cross my path and I'm not leaving you at all. Y'all know I love Kaylani. Kaylani could cross my path and I'm not leaving you at all. When I'm loyal, I'm fucking loyal. We will never have to worry about that. I like women that, like, just, they know what they want. Know what you fucking want. Know what you want. I need you to be able to articulate to me what you want. It can't always be, oh, I don't know. And that shit drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Like, just be able to speak your mind. Have a backbone. Like, I'm the one that, not even Kaylani. And let me tell you, I've met Kaylani a few times in my life. And I have a relationship. I have a really, really good relationship with one of her aunts. Like, a really, really good one. Like, you would be surprised. And I don't have the relationship with her aunt because of Kaylani. I have the relationship with her aunt because she actually used to mentor me when it came to my jewelry business. So, yep. Oh, fuck. I forgot what I was saying. Fucking Kaylani swooshed past my eyes and lost my shit. Yeah, like, I ride for mine. Like, I stand up. If I'm with you, you don't never have to worry about somebody disrespecting you in front of me. It's not going to happen. I want somebody that's going to do the same for me. Whatever you're looking for in me, I need you to be able to give that to me. I find that a lot of women, they tell you what they want, but then can't offer it back to you. And it's just like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, this shit is not about to be 25-75 where I'm putting in all the work and then you want to act like you don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, no, I'm good. And, in the past, I found myself standing up for people that wouldn't stand up for me. And it's kind of heartbreaking to think about, but it's true. So this is the thing. Like, when you say be on my level, what exactly do you mean? Because, like, I think that a woman does not have to be on my level. She just has to be able to maintain her world around her. So, for example, I do not have a career. I do not have a career at all. I am putting myself in places to follow my dreams because I know what career I want. I know what I want to do. That's a totally different ballgame. But the fact of the matter is that I make damn good money. for me not to have a career. And I feel like there were times that I was put in positions where I was constantly being told, you know, well, you can't do this and you can't do that and you wouldn't be able to support us and so on and so forth. And that's just heartbreaking because I live the life I want to live now. You know, I travel as much as I want. I go on vacations as much as I want. I try and go somewhere, if not every month, every other month. You know, like I try and do things that make me happy. I try to live my best life now. And the fact of the matter is that I don't have a career. I just hustle and work hard for my money. And, you know, I stack dollars every single paycheck. I tuck something away. I tuck something away. I tuck something away. I plan for what I want. I make it my business. But the first thing I do is I make sure that my environment around me is safe. I make sure that all my bills is paid. I make sure that my shit is lined up and I'm A-okay before I go and spend the money. So, you know, the money I make is like, it's there. I don't have to have a career. So that whole be on my level, I mean, because I'm a hustler, I need somebody that's a hustler, but I need somebody that understands like what I do and how I'm willing to do it. And, you know, just be able to say like, I see you on your grind. I'm not going to try and take all your time up. Like I want to spend time with you, but I'm not going to take it all because I know that you need to detach from me in order to do what you have to do. And I love that. I don't need somebody that, you know, wants to be up under me 24/7. Like, companionship is good, but when it comes to me getting my goals, I can get sidetracked. I can get sidetracked really, really easily. It's so crazy because as far as like me and like my money making skills, like the guys at my job, I've heard it probably at least 4 times from 4 different men. They would be like, you know, you're one of the hardest working women here. And I wish that my ex or my girl or something like that was like you. And I was just like, I wasn't always like this. Something clicked in me, like, you know, it was do or die. And ever since then, I've been doing. And he was like, that's so fucking dope. And I'd be like, I know it is. But it's just me. I only got to look out for myself. So, you know? Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't even say his dreams comes true. Not at all. Because I'm not dreaming on reality. Am I a Cardi fan? Am I a Cardi fan? Oh, am I a Cardi fan? Oh my God, I love her. I love her. Like, the one thing about Cardi is that she's so unapologetic. She does not give a fuck. She says what's on her mind, and she, like, just tells the world, like, I'm gonna say what I'm saying. You ain't gonna do shit about it. Who gonna check me? I love that. I love that so much. She's so empowering, and a lot of people, they got things to say like, you know, like, how could you look up to a stripper and this, then a third? She worked her way out the gutter. And the fact of the matter is that even though her lyrics be foul as fuck, you show me one of these, you know, on top of the game rap niggas whose lyrics ain't foul. Like, that's the part that kills me, is that in this world, people think that women should fit in a box. They can't speak the way they want to. They can't, you know, talk about the things they want to. They can't say what they want, and that's supposed to be okay. But Cardi got no fucks to give, and she ain't never gonna look for any either. And that's, I'm 100% here for it. Ain't she pregnant? Ain't she pregnant? Career did not stop. People think that because you're pregnant, you need to sit your pregnant ass down somewhere. My girl was on stage at Coachella, backing it up while giving tribute to Left Eye. Come on. It don't get no better. It just don't. Yep, and DJ Self somewhere in a cave crying. Crying because he didn't want to believe in her. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, her performance gave life. Her name is Neil Cardi D for defibrillator. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, he should be kicking himself. Now he trying to promote Dream Doll. First of all, she can't rap. Second of all, she was the same bitch that was kicking bitches in crutches on Bad Girls Club. And she's a bully. Like, she's a bully. Like, we seen you out here trying to tell Safari what to do, but then you turn around and you do the same thing you tell him not to do. Girl, bye. You're weak sauce. Keep it pushing. You said that I see what? Hold on. Let me see. When she met Rihanna, yo, you have to see when she talked about, oh, she got a note from Bono. I want to say, I don't think it was Green Day. There was a big rock group that wanted to party with her. And she was just like, me? Like, out of all the people, me? She is weak sauce. I'm not lying. Yeah, I do. I like Mariah Lynn. I do like Mariah Lynn. But the thing about Mariah Lynn is, I feel like sometimes she comes off as not being genuine. And that's one of her biggest problems. If she was more real, you know, and didn't have to like play everything up over and over again, like, would I give a woman a chance to go on a first date with me? What do you mean, a chance to go on a first date with me? Like, with no say in regards to me? Because I've had women hit me up on like Snapchat and stuff like that and say, oh, will you go out with me? This is the problem with that. I have a say in who I go out with and who I don't go out with. And a lot of people think that because I put myself semi in the public eye, they can just, you know, come and say, like, I want to take you out. It does not work like that at all. In order for me to go out on a first date, first of all, chemistry has to be established. So this is not about a looks thing at all. Do I have to be attracted to you? Of course. But as far as personality-wise, like, we have to click. We have to click, so. Yeah. Have I ever been catfished? No. I have never ever been catfished at all, ever. I've only gone out on, I want to say, probably about 6 dates from online. And one of them I married, so. You would love to click with me? Oh. Gotta cross paths in life. Gotta cross paths in life. That's the way I think about that type of stuff, you know. I want to. You want to what? You're a catfish? How do I weed out the weirdos? Okay, so the app that that is like a go-to for me is called Her. Some of you have probably heard of it, but the way it works is that you have to hit the heart. There's like a little heart. You have to hit the. I'm doing this like it's this big. You have to hit the little heart, and if they hit the heart back, that's how the conversation can start for dialogue. So sometimes people post things up on their page about themselves. Another thing you have to remember is that a picture, you know, speaks 1,000 words. Another thing is that I look at height, distance, age. All of these things play a key factor. So when it comes to like, if I'm going to have a general conversation with the person, all these things have to, yeah, it's like Tinder for lesbians. All these things have to match up. And then another thing is that like, a lot of times they post things because it has like this section that's like Facebook where you can post stuff. So, and how was your date? Did it go anywhere? Did it work? I mean, because you said you won, so. Patiently waiting for the little letters to scroll up so I can see what's next. Man, I can't believe I've been on here for an hour and a half. This is like the longest I've ever been on live. But you guys are rocking, knocking, socking, bopping tonight. When people reach out to me on social media, I have no problem conversing with people. But I don't want people to get the expectation that that's going to go somewhere. Because I do believe somebody did have the expectation that like there was going to be something between us, and I was just like would I date somebody at work now? I did date somebody at work before, but that's because we were dating before we went to the job together. As far as now, it really depends on like how often we have to see each other at work and stuff like that. That plays a big factor. So, well, what is it that you want to know about me? Let's get it started. Let's see what this is all about. What would you like to know? It's room like it's so bright. I'm gonna be like seeing rings all night. All right. So here's the thing about long distance relationship. I actually was at one point in time considering entering into a long distance relationship. Luckily, I didn't have to. But for me, it was a very, very scary thought. Only because I'm the type of person that needs somebody near. I need to be able to say, hey, do you want to go out for lunch today or something like that? I think it's probably more so based off of insecurities with me. And I just feel like long distance wise, like how is this going to work? Like, what am I going to do? Like, even if I can't see you every day, like I need to have you in my presence at some point in time, like even if it's once a week, like some point in time, like that's a big deal to me. That's a very, very big deal to me. So I was considering it. It was very scary, but I was considering it. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the finished product. I'm a little ashy, but do you feel if your love is long distance, there's a chance of infidelity? There's going to be a chance of infidelity if the person is away or near. I just feel more at ease when a person is near. It makes me feel comforted. It makes me feel supported. I just feel a hell of a lot better when a person is near. So somebody could cheat on you and sleep next to you every single fucking night. Let's be honest. Which is, it's sad, but it's true. It is sad, but it's true. What are turnoffs for me? It depends on what stage we're in. Sorry. Oh yeah, most definitely. Turnoffs vary by whatever stage I'm dealing with a person in. Some things I can tolerate more when you have more time in. Some things I can't tolerate. Some things I'm just like, okay, I'll give you a pass. Other times I'm just like, oh hell no. No. It does make me feel more at ease when a person is 20 minutes away. Who doesn't want, And I feel like 20 minutes away is good because it's enough space in between y'all, yet they're still there. So like it's so comforting to have somebody, like for me, it's so comforting to have somebody be like, okay, you're here. You don't live on the opposite side of the United States. I'm happy that you're here. And if I wanted you to come to spend the night, you could. And you have your own space. I have my own space. You want to go, you can go. So I'm growing brine shrimp, basically sea monkeys, to feed to my fish. And they're growing pretty fast. It's very strange, but I am. I'm not lying. I really am. I wonder if you guys can see them. Yeah, I was just wondering that if you guys can see them. Let's see. Can you see them swimming around in here? They're so weird. You can see them. What's a turn on to me? Oh, I love dominant, assertive women. I love a woman that, like, I don't know, I'm not going to say like, I don't want somebody that can run me. I don't want somebody that can run me at all. I want somebody that can just be like, this is my role in your life. You know who I am. You know who I'm going to be. You know, like, you don't have to worry about anything. That shit's never going to change. You get all of it. Oh, I love that. What state do I want to settle and live in? That's a hard question. It would be so dope to, like, be able to live and thrive in New York City. So fucking dope. California is nice, but I just feel like when I think of forever, I don't think of California. And probably because I'm from the East Coast as well, that might be something a little bit different too. That's why, like, I'm so prone to the East Coast. But I don't know. And like, I would love, like, Miami, but like Miami, like, those hurricanes and those storms, nah, nigga, not the fuck me. I would have to fucking commute every time storm season comes. Like, let me get the fuck out of here before I die in a twister. Would I consider Boston? No. And the reason why I won't consider Boston is because it's like, it's so cold in the winters, and it's colder than Philadelphia. Like, we get bad winters, but up in Boston it's worse. I need somewhere, but you know what? New York gets bad winters too, so I can't even cut Boston out for that reason, because New York gets bad winters. New York City gets bad winters. I don't know. How is Colorado? Is it nice out there? When I think of Colorado, I think of desert and hills. I'm not really sure why, but I do. It's really strange. Really, really strange. Fall. I love fall. Fall is the perfect season. Let me tell you why, right? Everything pumpkin spice and spiced apple. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I got married on Halloween. Although I got married on Halloween, it does not change how I feel about Halloween. You know, with a failed marriage and everything. Halloween is my favorite holiday, but fall is my favorite season. Whew. Back in New York or Brooklyn, New York? Brooklyn, one of my exes is from Brooklyn. I dated a girl from Brooklyn. I dated a girl from the Bronx. Interesting. Yes, the changing of the leaves, the fucking trees. Oh my God. I love to bake apple pies. Oh my God, fall is amazing. I love the boots and the sweaters and the hoodies and the jeans. Oh God. It's just, yes. Yes, pumpkin latte. Oh my God. Oh my God, yes. Listen. fucking, who has it? I had like this apple pie latte. It was so good. Do I believe I was born a lesbian? I feel like that's a trick question. And the only reason why I feel like it's a trick question is because I don't remember when I was born. But what I can tell you is from a very, very young age, when you start developing sexuality, I had an attraction for women. I really didn't understand it. I thought I was a freak of nature, but one of my very first crushes was on a girl named Carmen. I'm not going to put her last name out there, but yeah. And I knew at a very young age that I liked her, so I avoided her. Like, completely avoided her. It was crazy. Sorry, I'm looking at my sea monkeys. Keep growing. Keep growing. How many babies do I want? I only want one. I want one child. If I can have twins, that's the only way I would do two, but I only want one child. I don't want a baby for any other reason other than I want to be able to experience what it feels like to carry a life inside of me. Am I open to be a single mom? I don't think anybody really wants to be a single mom. If I have to, then yeah. How does my family feel about me being a lesbian? They're completely fine with it. Like this is my life. This is my lifestyle. It's what I've always been. It hasn't changed. It hasn't faltered. Nothing. This is me. So my family's 100% okay. They know that, if I bring somebody to the family dinner, it's a woman. It's never going to be a guy, ever. So they know. They don't care. They know, about me getting married to a woman and everything. And it never phased anything. Man, almost 2 hours. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. I never thought this was going to last this long. I guess I'm like self-centered because like I'm just answering questions about myself and I'm living for it. These questions like gagging. Why do you say are bad? Let me put these back before I knock them over, being the klutz that I am. And then even after this, I'll probably hop on Instagram Live. How is that for you, coming out of the closet? I never really had the opportunity to choose when I wanted to come out of the closet. I was basically forced out of the closet at a young age, and it's very scary. Would I date somebody in the closet? Would I date somebody in the closet? I don't know. See, I have before. I've dated somebody in the closet, and that was very interesting because she was a stud. She was the first woman I fell in love with, and when she finally came out the closet, it was so devastating. It was so devastating. So, I don't know if I can go through that again. Like, I just remember begging her, like, don't come out of the closet. Don't come out. Like, if your mom thinks that you're just comfortable with the way you dress and she thinks I'm your best friend, that's fine. Please don't come out of the closet. It was heartbreaking. It was a very scary situation. Do I think that most lesbians play head games? No. Lesbians do the same thing that straight people do. I don't think it's head games. I think it's just like being unsure, or, people know what they want, but sometimes we hear something else. So, you either get with the program or you go. That's the only bad thing about having a loft is that I hear all of my neighbors' conversations, every last one of them. And now, so can you guys, because I know you can hear them. Yes, I know you can hear him. Do you see why your advice column would be amazing? I don't consider myself like walking the walk and talking the talk. I can't apply my values or my experiences to other people's lives. They can do it. They can apply it if they deem it to be necessary, but I don't tell people this is what you should do. I often tell people in your case, this is what I would do. And if people say, well, what do you think I should do? And that's the first thing I say, I can't tell you what to do. No, not at all. But if it was me, this is what I would do. But then I also let people know you have to make the decision that's best for you, because what works for me may not work for you. So, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, doesn't it sound like he's in the room with me? It's so annoying. It's so annoying sometimes. My parents say they want to ask me something. I know. Coming out of the closet is always very scary, and that's the thing about it. You have to brace yourself, because there's a 50% chance that shit will go good or shit will go bad. And that's the thing that, like, sometimes you can't predict what your family or your friends or your parents are going to say. For me, at the age of 15, once my mom found out who I was, and I wasn't even claiming to be a lesbian at the time, I just knew that, I was dating a girl. Once my mom found out, I didn't care about the rest of the world. She was the most important person to me at that point in time. So once she found out, it was just like, fuck everybody else. I'm going to live my life. And whoever had something to say, whoever changed towards me, they were never friends to begin with. And life goes on, They can kiss my ass. That's just what it was, And then I think that's how I've been living my life ever since. When it comes to work, I don't put myself out there at all. But this is the way I think of that, right? People think that being gay or bisexual or lesbian is not normal. And I hate when guys say, oh, you sleep with women, you're a freak. No, I'm not. Having sex with women is normal to me. That's normal to me. That's my reality. That's my life. So, as far as coming out, don't let society put pressure on you to feel like you don't belong. In 2018, some people do have to come out, but let's be honest here. If it's not your family, what's the purpose of coming out? Nobody should care about what you do in your private bedroom. I don't care about what somebody else does in their bedroom. It's none of my business. Ever. So, for me, I just be like, whatever. If they find out, they find out. If they don't, who fucking cares? Who cares? I don't care if my family knows, my friends know. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. I'm done with coming out. Like, if you see me with a female and we're holding hands or we're kissing or something like that, and you're like, oh, I didn't know. Well, why the fuck would you know? I never told you. But is it a big deal? Is it a problem? You got something you want to say? Oh well. Like that's literally how I live my life now. That's literally how I live my life now. You know, this is the thing. You're absolutely right. Straight people don't have to come out. So why do gays have to come out? Like I said, if it's not family or friends, it doesn't matter. Homophobic comments from people. What Jinx Monsoon say? Water off a duck's back. People are going to say what they want to say. It's not even just about homophobic comments. You know, people have bad stuff to say about me in general. You know, some people say things about my weight. Some people, you know, they'll call me ugly and things like that. And, you know, it just comes with the territory. How you feel about me is